on, our audios were muted, so now I can do this a better way. Welcome to the Virtual Stab Comedy Theater. Whether it's live or archived, you're here watching Dumb Shot, where with me today is Angry Pasta, Izzy, and Darling Jelly as we play Lasers and Feelings, a tabletop RPG that's only one page long, the simplest of rules, and so not serious, but in space. All right. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the rules just so everyone understands how this game is played, including our players, because at least 1.5 people have never played it before. All right. So the way Lasers and Feelings works is each player will choose to create a character. This character can be any type of style, like android, alien. Then they choose a role for the character. These are like your typical tropey roles in most sci-fi things, like doctor, envoy, soldier. Then the most important part is they choose their single stat. That'd be one number between 2 and 5. And when they need to use their stat, they're rolling for lasers, cold calculated things, or they're rolling for feelings. I hope you all know what feelings are. When you're rolling for feelings, you want to get over your number. When you're rolling for lasers, you want to get below it. So you kind of choose, the ideal number for your character based off that. The last thing is you want to have a goal for your character. What is your character's goal in life? And maybe that'll be part of the story. Who knows? Then we'll create a ship, and after that, we're off to the story. So, players, are you ready?
As we'll ever be.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with Jelly because I think out of all of you, Jelly has played this game the most.
Maybe. Probably.
It's not a maybe, you are.
Okay, so Jelly, what is the style of your character?
She's gonna be an android.
An android. Okay. Also, I somehow saw the chat when it said I'm quiet. Hopefully, I'm better now. Android. I don't have my computer bot to like type all these things like we usually do. Jesse bot. So I have to use pen and paper, just like tabletops were foretold. Android, what is your role?
I'll make her a soldier.
Okay. And then, what is your number?
I think I'll just go ahead and make her a full 5. High as lasers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5.
So that means you're just so proficient at lasers. All right. And then, do you have a goal for your character? What do they want out of life?
I think the last time I played this, my goal was real ambiguous. So this time, I'm gonna actually just choose one that's on the paper, and I'll say she wants to shoot bad guys.
Okay, that makes things easier for me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Izzy, you're next in the lineup. What style is your character?
I'm also an android.
Okay.
I did have a picture of how I want this character to look.
Can you post a link in the chat?
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, Izzy, what is your role on the ship?
I'm the engineer.
Okay. Wow, some useful roles this time.
Just wait.
You're useful. Don't.
No, wait.
What is your number?
3.
3. Okay, down the line. Good number. And then, do you have a goal?
I'm not Maybe for now, we'll say that they're programmed to just keep their friends alive.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that in an android.
The living were the friends we kept along the way.
Yes.
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 The friends who survived along the way.
Okay. And then Pasta, what is your role? Or style? Style.
I'm a Who-man. A Who-nan.
Oh, okay.
Who's the Who-nan? Conan.
All right. And what is your style? Role. I'm sorry. Wow, why am I getting so mixed up already? What is your role on the ship?
I'm a doctor.
Okay.
As well, more specifically, a psychiatrist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, boy.
I'm just going to doodle a brain so I don't have to spell psychiatrist.
Good.
Brain doctor with two people who don't have brains.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is gonna
Exactly.
work wonderfully.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, an android could have a brain. It's just probably not theirs. What is your
And
number?
I'm there for that brain.
Yeah.
What's my what?
Number
2.
2. Okay, wow. A real good spread of numbers here.
We're so balanced.
What is this human's goal?
So their goal is to keep all their crewmates from being traumatized and to learn as much as they can about different species' psyche.
It's too late.
It's, Julie, you don't have a brain.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
found
do?
a picture. Yeah,
You don't have a motherboard.
she's got a human face, but probably no heart.
Oh, so more like a what's it called? Not
A cyborg.
bidroid, a cyborg. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
A bidroid is something very different.
Mm.
All right. And you'll notice I did not ask your names. I feel like we'll do this a lot more thematically introductions. Really set the tone when we get your names. But until then, let's go ahead and start working on your ship. So the ship's going to have a name, but more importantly, let's get some of the details. I'm going to ask a positive, and a negative from y'all. So let's go ahead and get the first positive thing from the ship, starting with pasta.
Very fast.
Okay, so fast.
So fast.
Speed.
And then Izzy,
I am speed.
let's go ahead and get another positive.
Full of resources, like
Oh.
well stored, a lot of stuff inside.
Mini.
And then Jelly, can I get the last negative?
Mm. Let's see.
Something just real goofed up about this ship.
Yeah. The food is absolutely atrociously horrendous. It's like almost inedible. It barely has the amount of nutrients necessary to keep our human friend alive probably
Wow.
because I'm the one cooking it. Sorry.
Dang.
I'm doing my best.
It makes sense that's very well stocked then.
Yeah.
It's like you're
Well,
making it to make sure that pasta gets all of their nutritions, but nothing else. No flavor. No.
Only nutrients. You're
Only
like, yes, this has
nutrients.
everything you need. I'm like, except the flavor.
when I catch her like eating a granola bar, like you just like my like one human eye is just like a little misty, but I'd never let that tear fall. I just pretend it's okay, but I'm like deeply hurt to see her not enjoying my cooking.
So your ship seems pretty good, but something you don't know is the audience will choose another negative thing about your ship. So, chat, go ahead and start throwing ideas. I'll scroll up in
God.
just a moment and pick one of those. But for now, we have this fast, fully stocked ship, crewed by 3 what seem very balanced people. But what is the name of the ship? Well, in all sci-fi fashion, we want to just really throw a lot of words and see what sticks. So let's see, Jelly. I'm going to ask you for some type of numbered indicator, whether it's like the Mach 1 or something that denotes this ship as a unique ship of a fleet.
The Roman numeral 12.
Okay.
Right?
So
Is that what you're asking for?
that's XII, I believe.
Yes.
Cool. And then let's see here. Izzy, can I get the name of the fleet that this is part of? Like, is this the the 12 of the USS Navy or something.
This is the seventh of the Pluto section of human exploration team.
So this is ship 12 of the 7th Pluto, particularly exploration team.
Beautiful.
The human exploration team with one
One human.
one human.
Well, maybe our captain is a human. Hopefully.
And then
No.
a lot of space sci-fi ships have some type of like noun that's like the personal flavor of the ship. Pasta, can you provide us with that?
Jeez. You said a noun, and I was like, well, obviously the noun is pasta.
All right.
Good.
So this is 12.
It's my character dreaming about good food. Sorry.
This is number 12 of the 7th Pluto, pasta.
Yes.
7th Pluto pasta.
Yes.
Good.
It got
Guys
that
are so
name
good
because
at
of its
naming.
yellow swirls.
All right, I'll give chat just a little bit more time to start throwing just real goofed up things about this ship. Just, you know, whether that's like bad shields or, you know, the chairs are uncomfortable, something like that. Just please don't make it anything AI related. That's the hardest thing to whip up on the spot constantly.
Oh, please.
It was so funny.
All right.
I think the last time we played the AI for our ship was like very soft and sensitive, and we had like one person who was feelings, and the rest of us were real aggressive, and we made the ship cry often.
The AI for our ship was real, like, passive aggressive whenever I played this last. And so she would do what we said, but she would like give us a toot about it. It was great. So funny.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm liking where chat's going. But let me just go ahead and get us started here. So, y'all are the three main residents of 12 of the 7th Pluto exploration team, the Pasta. It's been about 5 years since your captain, Diddley L. Sabin, has gone missing. You've been managing till then with just not really any leader, but still your prime directives of exploration and going through space. But tensions on the ship may have been a little bit high. It's up for you to decide, are you three holding it together or are you part of that tension? But first, let's make our way over to let's see here, the main engine, where we see an engineer working on it. Izzy, what is your character's name and what are they doing right now?
So my character is named Sulatilo. They gave themselves that name. And they're currently trying to see if they heard anything within the walls, any kind of like tickings or just little critters so that they know that they need to clean things up.
And I'm sorry, I can't
There.
get that name one more time.
Sulatilo. I can put it in chat if you want.
Please. Okay. So yeah, you're listening to the walls, you're feeling things out. Was that just a rat? Because the ship is just absolutely riddled with rats. Or was it something more sinister? We'll find out in a bit. For now, the camera pans all the way up to the kitchen where we see a soldier just working on what could be considered food. Jelly, let's go ahead and get your character name, and why don't you set the scene?
So my character is in there, not speaking, no music, dead silence, except for just you hear like the whacking, chopping of some kind of vegetable. She doesn't recognize it anymore. It's been a long time since she ever cared to eat a vegetable.
Same.
And then she picks up a hunk of meat and is like, protein. And then she throws it in whatever she's making. This is Plex 33 Glasgow. She goes by Plexi. And she's thinking about being on the range when she should be thinking about maybe seasoning this food.
All right, yeah, we see Plexi cooking away without much human flavor to it all. Even the rats are repulsed. This is one part of the kitchen, or this is one part of the ship that has no rats.
Yeah, they wouldn't dare.
We see a rat that happened to pass by is now scurrying away from the sheer terror of it, and it moves over.
was Amira.
Yeah, a little orange rat is running away, and it moves over to what is the almost unoccupied sick bay, where we just see one doctor hanging out. Pasta, why don't you go ahead and give us the name and tell us a bit about your character?
I forgot what names are.
Mm-hmm. It's a human one, so easier to come up
Well-
with on the spot.
Maybe. Yeah, her name is
Mm-hmm.
her name is Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Okay. Perfect.
Fantastic.
That's the whole name. That's Nathaniel. And
Yeah,
Yeah, she's just-
it's Nath and then Yul, right? Like that's the space.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Deadly.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good. She's journaling, writing about these experiences, about her feelings, about how she thinks everyone else is feeling. She's generally anxious about all of it.
I'm only worried
Dear
about
diary.
Dear diary, I'm only worried about two things. I'm pretty laid back. Just what everyone and myself are feeling at all times, and the crushing psychological weight of being alive.
Also, like, I thought I was only gonna have to come here and worry about mental health, but now I'm just really, really scared to eat the food. I am suffering.
You're in your own form of like weird, demented like torture.
I am. No one else here has to eat it. I don't know why she insists on cooking it, but like, I guess that was kind.
It's for you.
You know what would be great if secretly Sula is actually a really great chef, but never bothered to do it.
Wow.
The ship needs engineering maintenance, you know, for it to sustain how fast it is, and you have all the parts, so you might as well work on it. You know, the rats are chewing cables and stuff.
I
What is
can't-
Plexi doing with all the seasonings we stocked, huh? Nothing. What has this all been
Looking at
about?
Looking at them quizzically. I mean, she's like honey. It's like, oh, you're a soldier? What else can you do on this ship? Just go eat a piece of cake.
I mean-
Just-
Just you and me, who's the
just-
chin?
The thing Plexi has discovered is that Cayenne is really good at scrubbing dishes, like getting a lot of the gritty stuff off
Yeah,
dishes.
just
So
pouring
she uses
powder.
Dawn soap and Cayenne together. So the seasonings are used, just not in the food.
Just not for me.
Yeah. All right. So upon the pasta 12, it's been another day, which it can't be quite usual, but scrapping and making it by. We see the bridge of the ship, which again has no person in the captain's seat, just a few cobwebs and what is the old butt impression of Diddley that was once there. But all of a sudden, the comms start ringing, and it's 7 Pluto calling in. No one really knows what to do, and so it goes over the ship's intercom. Does anyone know how to answer this?
I guess. Lex,
I mean,
like,
I should be able to, since I consistently keep the ship together.
Sula, as you get to the deck, you see some of the other people on the main bridge. They go, yeah, we know you can answer it, but like, do you know how to? We haven't talked to 7th Pluto since the beginning. You've got this, right? You can see they're
Yeah.
concerned about the social interaction of you with the main HQ, and with no response, they just look at each other and kind of shrug, and they go, "Okay." they hit the answer button, and you see a well-dressed woman with a stern look on her face, and she goes, "Hello, Pasta 12. How have you been operating these last 5 years?"
Klex, who's like poked her head into what I'm assuming is like the bridge, um, wearing an apron, realizes that this is some kind of commander, immediately snaps to attention. And just stands. Carrots are on the floor. The knife is on the floor. She's like, I'm not the boss here, though. So she kind of peeks around, then says, Sir, I guess, General, we've been, it's been hard. It's been hard without our captain, but we've been making it work. Everyone's getting all the nutrition that they need. The ship is staying together. And the rat plot problem's really not that serious. Anyone else want to weigh in?
Yeah, everything's everyone's mental health seems to be doing great, except for mine. But Sulian and Plexi are great, and if we could get some more snacks on board, that'd be great as well.
You hungry?
But everything's in order. It seems we just no captain, can't find him. His mental health was great before he went missing, though. I would just like to report that was going really well on my end.
As a financially stable and growing institution that, focuses on exploration after profits, we really don't care about mental health. But we will throw you a pizza party upon a successful mission.
Oh my gosh,
That mission could fix everything else for you. Deadly's beacon went off about 3 days ago in the Laugenia sector of space. We have no further information, but we've transmitted the coordinates to you. So, I don't know, get your shit together and get rid of the rats. We don't need another Ratatouille incident. And the cam goes off.
That might be an improvement to our cooking, says Sula in the back.
Plexi is like, what's Ratatouille? What? Still at attention.
Nathaniel just makes horrified eye contact with Sula. We try to get us killed.
We see what looks to be a corpse on the bridge, with a very suspiciously tall hat, just turn around and be like, "Don't worry about the Ratatouille thing. I do have those coordinates, though."
Okay. So do you guys want to go get the captain, and that way we can head back and get some rat patooties and pizza parties?
I am willing to do whatever it takes to have that pizza party.
Okay.
Sula just gives you a thumbs up. No verbal
Great.
response.
With that,
yeah.
before you can really even finish sentences and hand gestures of positivity, you are whisked away to Laugenia. And in there, you see there are 3 planets, and much like sci-fi fashion, they're all denoted by one type of biome. You have an ice planet, a jungle planet, and what looks to be a planet of dead ruins.
Okay, and we got our the transmission or whatever just from this general area.
Yes.
Do we know if the transmission like said anything, or was it just like a ping?
It was more like a ping. It wasn't any type of emergency transmission or anything. It was just more like someone turned on their cell phone long enough to get a signal and then off again. And because he has been tracked, it's been found.
Can you give us our options one more time?
That is an ice planet, a jungle planet, and what seems to be a planet of ancient ruins.
What do y'all think?
Well, I think that the ancient ruins seems like a nice place for our captain to have gone vacationing for all this time.
I agree.
I think if a ping was going to bounce off of anything, it would be ruins more than leaves or ice.
Yes. Very
So
good.
let's check out the ruins first.
Yeah,
Good. Agreed.
agreed.
Uh, once again, the person with the suspiciously tall hat who keeps kind of readjusting it, moving awkward. They go, we haven't landed the ship ever. Not since he went missing.
You seem really nervous about that. How do you feel?
I feel like it should be in someone else's hands.
I think Plex picks up the knife and then is suddenly like, I'm sorry, who are you?
Don't worry about it.
Who who are you? Who is this?
You see them like slouch over, looking at their name tag, and they go, Jabeson.
In Sula's head, they go through a file of like all of the saved crew members, and they feel like this face does not match that name.
You do see a Jason with a somewhat resembled face, except the eyes weren't sunk in, the cheekbones weren't very defined. There was a lively glow to their skin, not what looks to be unsteadily corpse-like, and they had really nice hair that doesn't seem like they would ever put a tall hat over.
So this is the same person. They're just extremely unhealthy.
That's
Sula.
similar to what's going on. Yes.
Sula, have you ever seen the child's movie, Coraline, perchance?
Yeah.
I think we have a rat situation. And she brandishes the knife.
I think that we should talk more about your choice in human movies, Plexi. Maybe at a later time.
The food in that movie looked great. Okay?
Maybe we should talk about that as well.
Jameson.
It's okay. It's
says,
okay. We'll make you an appointment.
Jameson says, "If it's anything, I really like your food, Plexi."
Right. She like puts the knife down, still squinting at this person.
Sula looks over to Nathaniel is like, he is who he's claiming to be, but I believe that his current conditions might be from a lack of healthy brain. Maybe you should check up on him.
Good. Wrong kind of brain doctor, but I appreciate my inclusion. I Nathaniel becomes like immediately suspicious after the food comment. And is just kind of like, no, Plexi, knife back up. Like, intruder.
As you all are having this debate, you have entered the atmosphere of the planet, and you're just like a mile or so above, and Jameson kind of like lankily, skankily just like stands up, wiggles around, and he goes, I guess I'll try the landing seat.
I'll do it.
Okay, thank God.
So Plex is gonna stand in front of the controls and take stock of the board that she's looking at, I guess. Do I see anything that looks like a, hey, put it down here, or landing gear, or anything like that?
You see so many buttons, but there does seem to be one lever that can be pulled up and down. So there is that. The rest are just buttons. This gets to our first roll of the game. The way rolling works in this game is you have one stat, and you start off with one dice for doing something. You get another dice for the sake of, is this something you were prepared to do today? You know, do you think this is something you'd do today? And then you get a third dice if it's something your character would probably know how to do. And you get a fourth dice if somehow somebody helps you. And then however many passes upon those dice rolls, whether it's up or down, depending on the nature of the roll, you get X degree of success. So, because you were a soldier and because no one really thought you'd be landing the ship today, you're stuck with just one dice unless one of the other two players have a reasonable way of providing assistance.
As the mechanic for the whole ship, I should be able to help figure out how to land the ship.
Yes, perfect. In very helpful fashion, you're over Plexi's shoulder, backseat driving. So, Plexi, you get 2 dice. Go ahead and roll lasers for me.
I'm helping as well, but it's not actually helpful. I just want that to be noted. I'm just like softly saying very encouraging things.
Yes, you're positively
Right.
gaslighting.
Yes.
Okay. I rolled. I rolled 2 2s.
All right. Well, with lasers, you're trying to get under. Your number is 5, so you did succeed to 2 degrees, which means you did it. No real extra bonus,
Yay.
but no consequences either. The ship is safely landed, and upon landing, Jabeson actually goes, "Oh, actually, look! I think I see footprints out there," pointing out the window.
Still squinting at this wobbly man. I feel like I have just enough of my human brain and my girl brain left to be like, this man is sus.
There's something wrong with this man.
The
Something wrong with this
combination
man.
of half human, half girl brain is a powerful thing.
Yes.
Half human,
Nathaniel
half
is
girl.
unwilling to approach the window at all because this person is near it.
Oh no. I was gonna say maybe Plex does something protective, but I'm sorry, I don't think Plex would notice that you're uncomfortable.
It's okay. I'm just kind of using you as a human, as a cyborg meat shield right now. So.
Jabeson clearly notices the tension and starts kind of sulking back to where he was. And in doing so, one of his flailing arms hits a button, and you hear the telltale sign of a door opening to the front of the ship. And you can just assume there's a lot of like vapor or something coming out of it, spilling on the foreign terrain. And Jabeson goes, "Yep, there you go. Go find our captain."
You're coming as well, right, Jason?
I've got important ship documents to submit.
I'm gonna say Plex picks up that knife. She's got a gun. It's been hidden the whole time. Of course, she keeps it in her apron pocket, and she's like, "Yeah, Jabeson, you're coming with us."
I sure am.
How do you
I
feel
thought.
about that?
I have complex human emotions that are equivalent to the full frontal human developed lobe.
Would you
Good answer.
Would you like
good
to
answer.
elaborate about that on our
No.
journey
I would
as
not.
we go? No. Would you like to delve into your unwillingness to talk about your emotions?
I also would
Because
not
that could
like
lead to
that.
further ingrained trauma.
Jason, I was currently going through the entire crew's schedule for today, but I can't seem to find yours. What was so important?
Just submitting paperwork button, pressing,
Those are very
sweeping.
vague instructions. Who gave you these instructions?
I mean, not
Plex
the
is already
captain.
making
We
her way
should go
towards the
find him,
door.
though. He can give me proper instructions.
I agree. You should come with.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm doing that now. He continues to slink off, using both hands to every once in a while pull up what is typically form-fitting pants on every other crew member.
Oh, jeez. All right. I think Plex is gonna want to take the lead, but be like, I cannot trust this wobbly man behind me. And so we'll at least push him just like a half step ahead of her before, making her way down the.
Are you holding the gun against his
Ramp.
back?
Yes. Or the knife. I've got the gun kind of ready to shoot any other threats, but the knife is sort of in his general direction. And she's just kind of looking around at the base of the ramp. She hasn't stepped off of it yet.
Without even pressing this knife into Jabeson, he just goes, "Ow, okay, I'll move."
I haven't even.
Nathaniel is just like furiously taking notes on literally everything.
When you say everything, I just picture you have like an etch-a-sketch and like you're writing on the back of the protein bars that Plexi has provided for this journey.
No. We have an actual notebook, but like, you know, the wind blows. She's like, oh my god.
There's just a
She's
blank look in Sula's face.
Hmm. Beautiful.
As you begin to follow the footprints, you make yourself to one particularly small ruin that has a door that is open. You can see the ground has a clear, like, shape. What's that called? An angled triangle of where dust is not there, to imply that this door has been opened recently.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I think Plex is gonna she's gonna be like, stack on me. No one else understands, so she's just like standing at the edge of the door, like peeking her head in with her little gun, like lowered, but like just peeking around the corner to the door.
Jabeson's like, maybe we shouldn't go in there, as he starts stumbling inward.
So is it open?
Yes,
Hmm.
Oh.
but it is dark inside. You can't see, and you now no
Yeah.
longer have visuals on Jabeson.
Oh,
As he fell
so
in.
Plex is gonna like shit and like try to reach in there after him. She takes like a half step into this room. She see anything out of the corners of her eyes?
Actually, as you step into the ruin, you hear life detected, and all the lights come on, and you see Jabeson's body just laying there. This hat has knocked off to the side, and there's a few like chunks of hair from his head that have been ripped out and kind of variously scattered.
My God. This man.
Wait, was there no life detected when Jameson entered? Like, not even the rat?
Oh my God.
Wait.
I would say Plex is like now trying to understand what she's seeing. What where did the what is he just a pile?
Nathaniel is furiously writing down notes and mumbling to herself about how we're gonna have to talk about this as a group in depth later, so that we can deal with our emotions about it.
As you continue to piece together what's currently happening as well as what needs to happen in the future, you do hear some type of sci-fi zoomy sound to indicate there's something of importance across the long hallway of this room, and that is a door with various buttons that is
good.
closed.
Okay, all right.
Should we do something about Jason first?
I mean, Omi, I think that's just skin.
I'm muted.
Say again.
I was just gonna say, Nathaniel does it. Nathaniel draws like a little sketch of him in her notebook, and then steps over him to the door.
You've essentially drawn a chalk outline.
In my notebook, yes.
I think that Plex is gonna like, I don't know, like bend down and like, I don't know, take something like off of his, like a button or something off of his shirt, and just like put it in her pocket. Be like, he was a good soldier, and then keep walking.
So Sula looks at the pile that was was Jason. Looks at the other two, then looks back down, then just looks at the other two and keeps walking, but is honestly hurt deep down because their one job was to keep the crew alive and safe.
No,
And they don't know what
no, wait!
but they're not showing it. It's still a blank face.
Okay, we'll discuss it later in therapy.
Group therapy. Oh, I can't wait for the group therapy session.
I'm ready.
Their one purpose for being, and they
job.
failed.
I like to think behind the android face that doesn't express emotion, there is an LED panel that does express emotion
does.
very much like
So-
a Tamagotchi.
So like right I basically look like the robot from Fooly Cooly. So like, but I'm just choosing to not express anything on the screen right now.
You've
Good,
unplugged the
amazing.
HDMI cord for a moment.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, no, I'm not letting you see this.
So you approach this door, and there's a wild amount of beeping going on, very akin to a Dalek from hit British TV show Doctor Whom.
Dr. Hoopst.
Please.
And it looks like rather than just buttons to be pressed, there are arrows and directions pointing to each button in some type of puzzle-like formula. The footprints also lead to here.
I think X is gonna kind of just look at this door and then look at Sula and sort of stand back, but like ready, just in case anything comes charging. She's looking down both directions of the hall.
Mm. As a android that was like designed for like mechanical problem solving, would I have any knowledge to how to figure out this little puzzle,
Yes,
this little keyboard puzzle?
you would get 2 dices here because it's a thing you're doing, and I would say
Mhm.
you're pretty well equipped to solve something like this.
Okay.
You know what? In fact, I'll give you a 3rd because I'd say you do this kind of stuff around the ship all the time.
Mm, mm.
Would anyone try to provide assistance for a 4th dice?
Is me like making sure that she can focus a help action type thing?
You know, with this being lasers, I sure don't think so.
Damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No,
Well
I
then,
probably don't have anything.
go ahead and roll me 3 lasers. So your goal is to get lower than your number.
Okay. So I got 2 3s and 1 2. So 2 dice is exactly my number and a 2.
Okay, that brings up the last rule we'll ever have to mention. You rolled a laser's feelings. You can use this in 2 ways. You can for each of them. You can choose for that to be a successful roll, or it can be a failure roll. However, I accidentally stopped you all from moving. Or if not a failure roll, I'm sorry, it can be a success, or it can be a failure, but you get to ask me 1 question. That question can be like, who's behind this? How can I get them to blank? What should I be on the lookout for? You know, just general questions about the current situation. You can't really go into the future.
May I ask the opinions of the rest of my party?
Yes, while you do that, I'm going to try to fix everything on the technical side here. Izzy, you're frozen,
Alright.
and that's a me problem.
I know. I didn't know how to tell you, but I know. But what do y'all think? I was thinking since it was 2 3s, have one of them be a success, maybe the other one a question.
That's what I was thinking. We have one of each. We progress forward through the puzzle,
Mm.
but we also
Yeah.
milk.
Oh, but what should the question be?
Yes. Do you
I
guys
f- I
want
f-
to know
I-
about Jason, or do you want to
I
find out more
I
about?
I feel just like the rest of him. A Jason question might be a waste.
will
Yeah.
say, if you get all 3 successes, you do get an extra bonus. So, you know, three positive dice, you get something extra special happen. So,
Oh, you're tempting me.
yeah. So,
Okay. Depending on how tempted you are by the extra
That's
special
because
thing.
Special.
I'm all about going with whatever happens and not learning extra information.
I'm okay with not learning extra information just because I don't even know what to ask yet.
Unless we were gonna ask, like, you
Mhm.
know, where exactly is Captain, but we'll
Or
find him. Like,
Or like what was it again that brought us to this planet that someone sent out a
oh, the
signal?
ping, like, it wasn't.
Yeah. Like who sent the ping basically?
Well, wouldn't it be Captain who turned his cell phone on situation? And
But
that's
then
why they're like, "Yo, he's here. Go get him." And we're like, "Okay."
See what I
Yeah,
mean?
'cause
Like
it
I
was
don't
his
know what.
communicator.
But what if somebody just took his communicator?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good point. I still think because we're just not sure of the question, and we
Yeah.
can get something special if you just accept the successes.
I agree.
Whatever that special thing is hopefully going to be interesting. Or
Maybe
cool.
and good and not
Maybe-
harmful.
Maybe it'll be a good meal for our poor baby.
Yeah, for me. I'm so
Honestly,
hungry, guys.
Maybe Jason will come back, but be useful.
Be in
But
a better condition than when he left us. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll make them
that or at least the rat that was controlling him come back and be helpful. I don't know.
I'm so sure it was rats, like a bunch of rats stacked in a human suit is how I am.
Oh,
He was actually the Rat King. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, please. Pasta, no, stop thinking thoughts. I saw it.
Okay, so then all three of them, I want them to. The 2 3s will be a success. Yes.
Okay. All right. So with all 3 of your successes there, you manage to open this door, and you see what looks to be an empty shaft, and you start hearing a gear pathetically running and whining, getting louder and louder, implying a elevator of some sort is coming up to you.
Mm.
Interesting.
You start hearing more and more rustling and tussling sounds as it gets closer.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Can we tell if it's that the elevator is so old that it's making all these noises, or there's something happening on the elevator?
At first it's hard to tell, but as it's getting increasingly louder and closer, you have a feeling that the rhythmic sounds of the elevator being old coming up is instinctively different than the tossing and turning and metal scratches that are not happening in any type of rhythmic fashion.
Okay, I tell Sula and Nathaniel to back up.
Nathaniel
We-
rips a
we
piece of
listen.
notebook paper out of the back of the notebook and makes a ball and like throws it at the elevator,
I give
and then also
another
backs up.
So I have the gun in my strong hand, and then I like sort of like put like I'm holding on to the blade of the knife, so I like put it behind me, so whoever grabs that handle is gonna grab it. I'm like, take this.
I take it
The,
for
Hell yeah.
for me.
you hear a ding as the shaft comes up, and its own doors open, and inside of it is what in Earth comparison would look like a polar bear with the head of a parrot,
Oh my.
and it is thrashing about this elevator.
Do we
Does that-
know what Captain looks like just before we do anything?
Yeah, your captain was human.
Okay, well, is this happen to be like, I don't know, like a fun fursuit like a mascot? Is there a zipper on this man anywhere, or like is it a creature?
By the
Does he have
screech-
wings?
At first, it does not seem so until it thrashes around more, and there are 2 tiny wings on the back of this bear. The screeching of this parrot head, with its organic little weird worm tongue that they have, inclines you to believe that it is not, in fact, a costume.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I will say this creature
I-
has not left the shaft and is still more so panicking in it.
Do we recognize it? Like, was it the pet of the captain's?
No.
Or... Oh, okay.
I have is it polar bear sized?
Yes.
Therefore a
Or
parrot
parrot
with a
sized.
polar- yeah. So it's polar bear sized.
Except the
With
wings
a
are
parrot head.
parrot-sized.
Oh, okay.
Wings are parrot sized, but the head is also polar bear sized. So that's a
Correct.
big ass beak.
Yes.
Amazing.
Mhm.
I think Plex is gonna like not shoot at it, but shoot like adjacent to it, just to maybe get its attention, get it to stop moving for a second.
It
Um,
stops, raises its hands, and it goes, ah!
It has.
It
hands.
talks?
Well, its paws.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Because Nathaniel's goal is to like understand the psyche of everything. She wants to communicate to talk to it, but she also knows that birds don't like wiggly fingers, so she wiggles her fingers at it. Just like,
It begins to panic again.
Good, yes. Okay. She writes that down.
No.
Sula looks at Nathaniel like, "Would you like assistance?" And then starts like rotating all of their robot fingers.
Yes, good. she thinks Sula and is like, good, yes.
This thing looks increasingly panicked, but then begins to leave the shaft, Vader, and start swiping at your hands.
Okay.
Can you all roll feelings for me? Or I'm sorry, lasers for me? Jelly, you get 2. The rest of you only get 1.
I have a knife, if that's what it's for. That
It's
could be
mostly
helpful.
for dodging, but I guess you can use a knife to dodge. Go ahead and
Yeah.
get 2.
Yes, good, okay.
So Izzy, you
That
get
sounds well
1,
enough.
and the other 2 of you get 2 dice.
Okay.
Rolling
Nice.
lasers.
I rolled 2 3s.
2 3s. From Jelly, you succeed in dodging.
Great.
I got a 2 and a 1.
2 and a 1.
Hell
Well, Pasta, wow. How? You can dodge to low success and get a question, or you can dodge and not get mauled at all.
I would like to not be mauled at all.
Okay. And then Izzy, where are you?
I
What
got a
did you roll?
2.
You got a 2. You also succeeded to a degree. Izzy, your fingers, your little robot fingers have been taken off, but otherwise,
All 10 of them,
all 10 of them.
or no.
But you do live. Salu, you have survived the encounter, but your wiggling fingers are down on the ground, just wiggling around.
It's okay. I'll reattach them. I'll just reattach them.
But the bear is panicked, takes your fingers, and goes, first the rats, and then fingers, and it scampers off. And before
Why
you can
is it
even
talking?
before you can think about that or even attach your fingers, you can hear the elevator has taken some distress from this bear and exiting so violently, and it seems like it is not long for this upright position.
Oh. Do we want to get in it and go down with the chance we might not be able to get back up? Or
Sure.
Seems
You
like-
see it wiggling
seems
a
like
little
that's
bit
the way.
more. The time is counting down.
All right. Plex hops into it.
Sula follows suit, and they're not worried about their fingers because they have backups.
Nathaniel just wants to not be alone, so like,
As soon as you all step in, this thing begins just falling down this shaft.
amazing.
It is
So
scary.
Plex
You hear
picks up Nathaniel.
Do you hold me like a little baby?
And Plex hold like with on one arm, like you're still
No.
sitting on my hip, and I'm like timing it, and I look at Sula and I go time it, and we're gonna jump when this thing hits the bottom.
Okay.
I just cling to Plexi.
This elevator is gaining in speed, falling faster and faster. At some point, the doors rip off, and you see various forms of ground sediment and fossils, and you're going down further and further. And at a point, this terrifying situation becomes almost mundane because it's been about 10 minutes, and you're still just heading down.
Cruising.
Oh my god.
And then eventually it slows down and comes to a soft drop. And in front of you is what does not
Still make
look
a little
like
hop.
even underground. It is a vast open terrain of a icy wonderland. You've reached what seems to be the center of a dead planet that has been frozen over from the inside. But as you land there, you see a pile of few things. In the snow, there seems to be some type of skirmish. There's a little bit of blood, but you also see the diary of Diddley L. Sabin.
So Nathaniel picks up the diary and just starts to like skim through it. She understands human psyche.
Yeah.
What else is there?
There's also another knife that's just slightly bigger than yours. And just one of Sula's backup fingers. It's a bit scratched up. You can tell that it was used for various mechanical purposes, but without the intellectual manipulation of yourself.
Wait, so is it actually one of my fingers, or is it like an android of like a type of android like me?
No, you can tell it's specifically one of yours. You recall one going missing way back when.
The screen on the screen that is my face has like a little happy emoji.
Yeah, the serial numbers match up. This disappeared from your stash about 6 years ago.
In that case, I would have memories of being here 6 years ago.
These fingers have log records. Yeah, so you check the logs of your finger, and the earliest log is it being taken from your stash, and you see the captain looking around and grabbing this finger, and then it was encased in some type of just like iron box, and so there's a lot of dead air there. You see at various points this finger has been taken out to use to open up elaborate puzzle door similar to the one you just found, but in various locations in a world that has a purple mystifying aura, in a world that is covered in jungled trees and all sorts of places, and then put back into this box. And then you see this finger just jumping out of this box and laying in the same snow you found it, and the captain running off, bleeding a bit, but you can't see what caused it.
Does Nathaniel read anything interesting, or does Nathaniel learn anything from the diary?
You do start to read this diary. Unfortunately, Diddley uses lots of big words, lots of flavorful text.
Good thing I'm a doctor.
Never getting straight to the point, almost poetic. And so you realize it's going to take a bit of time to read through this and really suss out the information you need. But you have gathered that this was all a part of a plan. Diddley did not just abandon ship like you thought, or some of you had posed when the ship first became void of a captain, but instead it took over 2 years of planning before then. You do read a lot of adjectives and adverbs that imply that it was with remorse, but needed to be done.
Okay. She writes that down in her own separate notebook.
Yeah.
Can Sula also inform the other two of like the log that they found in their finger?
All right.
Good,
Well,
good.
with flavorful writing
pick
and
up the
finger logs, you're all caught up.
Okay. So Nathaniel, did you share that information as well?
Oh yes, I share that this seems to be a thoroughly planned out
Okay.
thing.
I meant
Flex
to
feels
ask.
less abandoned, and she also picks up that knife.
I meant to ask. Do we see any more of those footprints?
The snow has brushed the footprints away, but you do see a trail of blood.
Oh,
How fresh.
Jelly.
Brown.
Maybe hours.
Okay, so I'm gonna share with them like this blood only looks a couple hours old. He could still be here.
okay. Let's follow.
So we follow the blood trail.
All right. So as you begin to follow, you do see you're approaching what seems to be some type of elaborate castle made of ice. But on your way, following this trail, almost like a dotted line to where you need to go, there's a little bulge in the snow of something running underneath it.
Nathaniel crumples up another blank piece of paper and throws it at the bulge.
You successfully hit this bulge, and up jumps a little orange rat, but then quickly gets back into the snow after loudly squeaking. But before you can contemplate the squeaking or what you just saw, you hear the rumble of snow in the distance, the telltale sign of an avalanche.
Oh no.
Great.
Also, do we recognize if that's the same rat that came out of Jason?
You never saw a rat come out of Jason.
Oh, my
You just
bad.
saw
I'm
the
sorry.
remains.
I took the rat king
Lex?
joke too far.
Plex dives for that rat, just reaching her arm all the way down into the snow trying to grab it.
Okay, go ahead and make me 2 laser rolls.
Okay. Oh boy. Let's see. I got a 5 and a 6. Okay.
Let's see. And so that 6 is a failure, and that 5, you can either be 1 success or ask the question.
I guess I should make it a success because the other one was a failure.
Okay, so you manage to catch this rat with a loose grasp. You're not fully holding onto it, but it is in your hands. But before anything else can be done, while the sound of the avalanche is quickly approaching, you hear a thunderous roar come from the same direction. As the 3 of you look over there, it's not only an avalanche, but on it is what seems to be a raft made of giant icicles tied together, and what appears to be the head of a T-Rex on a body similar to a gorilla with the tail of a whale.
This feels a lot like that episode of Kim Possible.
It does.
It's a common trope. I'm glad that Kim Possible's where you went with it, though.
Should we run in the direction of the castle since it's, not get killed by this avalanche?
Either that or like try to jump on this raft.
The raft
If we think we can.
is riding the avalanche. This thing's basically
Okay, so
surfing
yeah.
the avalanche, and this thing looks
So I
terrifying
shoved.
and has blood on it.
Oh, good. Okay, so I shove the rat into my jacket, and I'm like, run! Yeah,
So we're running
I'm
towards the
holding
castle.
Nathaniel.
Oh, yay.
I'm using my bionic legs to move fast.
I will say the 2 of you that are running don't have much trouble escaping this and heading towards the castle. You're able to make it in the castle door with the snow piling up behind you. The shock of everything, though, you do feel that your pocket has been voided.
No!
Damn it. Okay.
But with
So I
that,
pat my jacket and pockets. I'm like, shit.
with that, you do see that this castle is full of elaborate technology that is carved into the very walls, circuitry made of various types of ice. And in the dead center, you see a man in a suit, long coattails, and wearing a red skull mask, looking towards you and just saying, "Hello, crew."
Do we recognize this person?
You do.
Did we?
You recognize him through mere mannerisms and speech, but with the mask, you can't see his face. But it is, in fact, Diddley L. Sabin.
So we say, or I say, Captain. That's it.
There's an exclamation point on the screen of my face saying, Captain!
He looks at you and goes, close enough. He's beginning to continuously type on the interface of this giant machine. As you're able to look around, you're able to see various artifacts plugged into pillars that are a ring around the main machine he's at. And then because of their various designs, Salu, you notice that they match the various environments and subtle depictions of these places your finger was used.
Okay.
And he goes,
What are you doing here?
He goes, "Oh, various things of importance and science. Just, y'all stay right there. Don't worry about it. It won't matter much longer.
Um, Nathaniel asked the captain, Captain, we seem to understand that this has been a plan a long time coming. Would you care to fill us in so we can assist you?
Oh, no need. No, don't worry. I've got this all. You don't need to read through that journal. That was just for funsies. It's just
So
the three
Plex
of you,
grabs
right?
him by the scruff of his jacket. Plex grabs him by the scruff of his jacket and puts him against the wall. And she's got a bigger knife now, so of course she brandishes it and says, "So, tell us what's going on so that we can assist you, sir."
Certainly. Well, you see, and then you see his through the mask, his eyes dilate real big, and he points to the controls, and the little rat is at the helm of the controls, now typing away. And he goes, "I think we need to stop that rat first."
Get it?
As you turn to, I'm assuming, turn to address this rat situation.
I was hoping like if Plex yells "get it," somebody would try to grab it.
So Sula wants to follow the command, but is currently fingerless, and can't really grab it. So looks at the good doctor and is like, "Could you possibly assist?"
Nathaniel just really wants to be helpful, so she takes her journal and like throws it at the rat. Hope that maybe it'll like bonk it and knock it out.
Roll me a lasers, please.
Yes,
Oh please, please.
I have good news.
Yes.
I get it too.
Perfect. I'm assuming you want that as a success.
I do.
You throw this at the rat, causing it to stop, but you don't hit the rat. Instead, you
failed
just
successfully.
distract it for a moment. But you can see in this rat eye, the rat's eyes, they look saddened, betrayed almost.
Betrayed.
They frantically wave their little rat paws, and they point at the captain, and they point to themselves frantically.
Oh my god, is the rat the captain? Did they body swap?
The rat gives you two little thumbs up.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay, so
So I
Nathaniel
put-
walks over to the rat to apologize.
And I put Diddley L. Sabin on his ass. And I'm like, stay.
I'm your captain, though. I
Are
captain you to not do this.
Mm-hmm. I think we've got a wife swap situation, except it's not our wife, it's our captain.
Our captain and this rat.
Yes. Does the rat speak?
Nathaniel's gonna scoop rat captain up and put it in the frocket of her lab coat so that he can be like closer to eye level to everyone.
The rat is like scurrying, like pointing at the machine, though.
What can
So-
point from my pocket?
Question. So he can't speak as a rat, right?
That seems to be the case.
Could it be that a couple of months ago Sula downloaded rat translations in hopes to kind of capture the ones in the
ones in the
ship?
wall?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
remembered that all of a sudden it's like, oh, maybe I can help translate for the captain.
You speak in rat to this captain, and the captain just shrugs.
Damn it, because the captain doesn't know rat language. He still thinks.
It's not.
Oh my god.
You see the captain quickly scurry on top of your one human head, as Nathan is then instantly paralyzed as the captain pulls on her hair and goes, I have been trying a long time to get here to correct the things that were done with my rat human brain because of that rat. This is all coming from the mouth of Nathan.
Wait,
Nathaniel.
wait. I think I buffered. Is there a second rat?
No, the rat crawled out of
There's
your
one
pocket
rat.
onto your head.
This is
Remying you right
Rat
now.
Captain. Like this is
Yeah,
this
the
is
rat captain
Rat.
spoke through you, but then quickly jumps off to the control panel and begins
No, wait.
to type
I think
frantically.
I think what Pasta's question was is that you had said like you in that sentence you said what that rat did, as in like another rat is in the room.
Well,
Oh, I think
could you
were
not
talking about
argue the
Digby.
imposter captain is a rat still in some
So that would be
You
a
know what?
mole.
You're right.
Oh well.
There's a rat man and a man rat.
Yes.
Okay,
It makes so much sense. You just
We-
got ratatouille.
I did.
Screeching.
I will also be dealing with that later in therapy.
So I'm just sitting watch over Diddley's body, and I'm like, "Do your thing, Rat Captain. This Captain Rat is can't move right now."
It seems like
you.
things will fix themselves in a mere matter of seconds, but before those seconds can happen, you see the snow that was covering the entrance to this ice castle has been disturbed, and this T-Rex head is biting its way inside.
Oh,
Is the
God.
head attached to anything, or is it just like a severed head?
No, it's attached to a gorilla body with a whale-like tail.
Like a tail
Can you
instead of
speak?
legs, or also a tail?
Also a tail.
Is it gorilla size?
No,
Or
it's
or
the
whale
worst
size?
size. Yeah, whale size.
oh no, wait, no, whale size is very different.
Sula
Wait, he can't get in the
turns,
door.
but he's trying to bite through, I think.
Yeah, he's
that's right,
chomping.
Yeah. But Sula turns to Rat Captain, little rat on the keyboard,
Mhm.
and just asks like, could I be of any assistance? Like yes or no? Like just nod your head.
He just like waves his little fingers at you.
Sir.
Oh, is the finger wiggle gonna the finger wiggle gonna work again? Is it gonna work on the T-Rex? We should try that.
He quickly like looks at you, and then looks back, and then he goes, "Oh!" and he points to one finger.
I pick up the little USB finger that I mean, you know, my finger that I found. Do you mean
He's
this?
reaching for it. Yes.
I give it to my little captain.
Upon doing
with
so,
your palm
he,
hands.
he quickly jabs your finger into this device, and there's a flash of light. And upon that flash of light, you see a very sudden change in expression on the rat in front of you, and the captain Plexi is holding just softly removes your hands and goes, "Well, you actually did help quite a lot. Thank you."
Nathaniel is still like not moved any closer to like the T-Rex thing, but like is wiggling her fingers in that direction.
Once the burst of light flashed, you see there's no longer just a T-Rex head, but all three of those animals: a whale flopping around, a T-Rex crushed by a whale, and a confused gorilla.
Oh, good. Okay, so she'll
Beautiful.
stop.
The captain, appearing to be himself again, removing this mask, goes, "Well, you not only managed to somehow figure out everything, but fixed it all as well."
I feel like I still know absolutely nothing.
I just don't understand how we fixed anything.
He
So,
goes, "That's honestly the best thing about space travel. You don't need to know anything, and the job gets done."
All right.
Sula nods to the captain. We're just happy to have you back.
Well, Nathaniel is like, you are coming back, right?
As we see Nathaniel pose that question, We cut away to an award ceremony where the captain has the three of you on stage and goes, I would like to give medals of honor to my three bravest crewmates who not only saved me, but unknowingly saved the universe.
Amazing.
Behind them is 85 little cages with rats in like striped pajamas.
No.
No.
Please. Oh my goodness. Plex is
Nathaniel,
like again at like perfect attention.
Nathaniel is like in between Plexi and just puts their hand on each of them and they're like, and how does this make us feel?
Plex, I think Plex sheds like one tiny little like glistening blue tear. It's
Good.
like, it feels good, but I didn't get to kill any bad guys.
Sula just puts a heart emoji on their face screen.
Aw,
Baby.
Where's the pizza?
As the three of you are applauded, you see the captain gestures to a table full of pizza.
Nathaniel has never moved more fast in her entire life. Her crewmates did not know that she was capable of this level of athleticism.
As we see Nathaniel just dig down face first into all this pizza, the screen goes dark and credits begin to roll. We see a series of photographs telling us where our various people have gone. We see the captain has continued to run the ship to explore unknown and new places of space. But Pasta, where do we see Nathaniel?
Where do we see them?
What's
They
the
become a
future
food critic. They become a food critic. They give up psychiatry, and they become a food critic, so that they will only ever have to eat the best food until the day they die.
Izzy, where do we see Sula?
So after Sula had downloaded rat language into their program, and had captured all the rats that were running around the ship, they actually took it upon themselves to train them in the ways of being a mechanic, and now has a little rat crew of their own to help assist.
Beautiful. We love to see a reformation. And Jelly, where do we see Plexi?
I think Plex is gonna stay on the ship. She was sad not to kill any bad guys, but I'm gonna say she found that polar parrot. Unless it has also been separated back into.
It was separated,
separate
but
animals.
the polar bear and parrot seem to be bonded friends for life now.
They're my friends now too, and they're on the ship, and I'm completely useless. I don't cook anymore. I just hang out with these guys, cause chaos, get off the ship, be a little bit of a guard, and they are like the only thing that holds me back from killing stuff.
Just behind you, we see the parrot tugging at the head hairs of the polar bear while it's cooking. And people lining up for the food, next to a smaller line of trained engineer rats. The credits continue to roll, and then we see one more little clip. We see a man with a gun holding it up to someone who looks rather important. And as the camera pans up, we see a small orange rat on the top of the head of this gun-wielding man.
Damn it, Nira!
All right, that's the show. Thank you so much for coming and watching Dumb Shot. If you thought this was particularly great, it'll be archived on the Stab YouTube, just Stab Comedy Theater. So yeah. Also, again, just a quick shout out to our three players. Starting in left to right, Pasta, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at angrypasta_, and you can find me here on Twitch at just Angry Pasta. I stream on Saturdays and Wednesdays when I don't have the ick, and we have a fun time.
Izzy, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
No, not tonight.
Okay, that's fair. And Darling Jelly, what about yourself?
I am Darling Jelly on Twitch and Twitter, and Darling_Jelly on Reddit. And all my links are actually on my Twitter page. I have an page, and you can check me out over there. See what I'm up to.
All right. Well, thank you again, you three. Amazing adventures through space.
This was so fun. Thank you.
Yes, this was a lot
It
of
was.
fun.
Thank you to everyone who showed up, and thank you, Sab, for the rat suggestion, and Anira being our favorite orange little rat, as that guided the whole destiny of this adventure in a far different way than I expected it.
I was not ready for Ratatouille.
I
Yeah,
had to
when,
complete the storyline.
when y'all were like, "You're coming with us," I was like, "Okay, this is a very different direction than what I planned in the first 5 minutes of this stream."
You're welcome.
Speaking
I was
of,
afraid to leave him alone with the chip.
yeah. Speaking of plans, why not plan to come back here tomorrow night on the Stab Comedy Twitch channel at 8 p.m. Pacific? We have Body Positive Comedy, which is musical comedy. That's positive to bodies. Imagine that. And then we have long form improv, some of the best improv I've ever seen with a regular exclusive blend. So yeah, all that here tomorrow and then forever going on this channel. Thanks again and goodbye.